Visions of the individual, inspirations from a collective, fragile items high on pedestals, impressions of a mind hung on walls. I waltzed around the exhibits, drunk on colour and dazed by the collisions of light and dark. To escape the madness, this fun ride of culture which spins so out of control, with complete disregard for being still, I took myself to one side. Standing next to antiquity, a welcome and fine-featured companion, I gazed into my guidebook, shielding my eyes momentarily from the buzzing walls. I came across the star piece, asleep by an anonymous hand, a delicate face lost in abstraction, with no colour to define him from his canvas earth. His eyes remained locked in eternal sleep, rendered in ink and adorned by a frame of black. I squinted in order to see it in more detail. Unthinkable! His eyes opened wide, as did mine upon the sight of his. Be still, my beating heart. With swan-like grace the subject lifted from a painting, balancing with ease upon the frame, which appeared no longer to imprison him. Is this real? Questions, questions! Why must I question everything? As I found myself caught within his gentle embrace, I knew he was real. He stared over me, no doubt making sure we were alone. As he stepped away, I held on to my fluttering heart, keeping it firmly in place as it pounded relentlessly inside my chest. That's when I felt a tap upon my shoulder. Who dares interrupt such a passionate moment? I turned abruptly to see her, my shadow twin, a counterpart of ink standing cross-armed with a most disagreeable face. Not knowing what to say, I let her pass. With a sour face I watched my love, who had now returned to his fixture, helping her inside. He hadn't been protecting our embrace from wandering eyes, he was looking at her. He hadn't been embracing me, he was pushing me aside. Never had I felt such a fool. I approached the painting in an attempt to change his mind, but the wretched girl displayed a profanity right before my face. I stood back and tore my guidebook in two. I hate this gallery, this conjurer of emotions and deceiver of possibility. My beloved dreamer was now wide awake, and instead of locked in sleep, he was locked in love. I gave the couple one last steely gaze before storming off. I threw the shreds of paper up into the air. They dispersed behind me as I left, the air conditioner scattering them across the floor. And at night, when they are cleaned away, all signs of my brief affair will disappear, but I shall always remember my tale of love, loss, and ink.